Good morning. I noticed it says UUA Trustee by my name. I ended up on the Board of Trustees of the Unitarian Universalist Association, which is the association that includes this congregation plus another 1,000 or so other congregations across the United States, a couple of years ago. And it happened by saying yes. Approximately 1,274 times. Now, that is all Susan Langford's fault. But that's also her story, so I will let her tell it. Saying yes does not make me special. Many of the people in this room have said yes to this faith many more times than that. I came to this church almost by accident 8 years ago, and from that beginning, I have felt that I belonged here. That's only increased as I've become more involved, whether it was at the congregation level, the district level, and now national on the UUA board. I'll never forget my first General Assembly and joining with thousands of voices singing Spirit of Life. There's something very powerful about being part of something that's much larger than what we are. And the UUA board is like that. Speaking of large, it's a large board with 30 people on it. But it has this continual reminder that we are not just a board of trustees. We're the board of a faith. And there's that continual nourishment that goes with being the board of a faith. I've always had a vague sense that something was calling me, but I didn't know what it was. Initially, walking into this church, I thought it might be ministry. But it didn't take too long of working side by side with Bill and Barbara to realize that my romantic notions of what a minister did were probably not quite right on target. But just as this faith truly changed my life, it happened again not long ago with a book. And that book is called Presence. It's written by several people, including Peter Senge, who wrote Fifth Discipline, if some of you are familiar with that, and Otto Scharmer, both of whom are associated with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. This book pulled together disparate threads of my life into one coherent framework, including, for example, graduate work in business at MIT with spiritual practice of Unitarian Universalism and its values. The authors call it Theory U, and of course I call it Theory UU. It's a transformational approach to organization change that actually uses phrases like seeing from the heart and in dialogue with the universe. Now, I would expect this out of Northern California. I would not expect it out of MIT. What I find so powerful is that this is about people working together, literally around the planet, to address a world in which we have created so many ways to annihilate ourselves. It's about the power of being part of something much larger than ourselves, of knowing, as that larger group, what we are here for and what we are called to do. I want that larger group to include Unitarian Universalists. So I'd like to end by quoting another one of the authors of that book, Betty Sue Flowers, who said, "When you discover what you're here for, when you're acting from this place, you're not alone. When you see what you're here for, the world begins to mirror your purpose in a magical way. It's almost as if you suddenly find yourself on a stage in a play that was written expressly for you." I feel like I'm in that play, and I have no idea where it's going. But I do know that it includes thousands of voices singing together, Spirit of Life.